joining me. Just to let you know, we're recording this, so we'll be sending out a link after the session finishes, so that you've got access to the full recorded version. We'll also send out a link to the slide deck as Carl requested, so that you can see that as well and present it to your teams if you need to. I'm Maxine McDonald. I'm the MPN marketing manager. I've put my alias below in case you've got any questions. And I've also got Matt Shaw and Emma Oxley with me to help answer any questions that you might have. If you pop them into the IM window, they're both on point to answer any questions. So let's get started. Thanks for joining me this morning. A couple of things I'm going to be covering off today is basically starting off really basically is what do we mean by Microsoft Partner Network? And how can it be beneficial for you? We'll talk about some of the resources that we provide to you, like demand generation, internal user rights, the support, the readiness, and I'll just give you a few links at the end to some really helpful resources which we've sort of pulled out, which we think would be really beneficial for you. And then we'll wrap up the half hour with a little bit of chat about WPC. So let's start talking about what we mean by MPN, Microsoft Partner Network. So what it is basically it's our hub for connecting with and supporting our Microsoft partners, whoever they may be. As you probably know, Microsoft is an enormous company, and we have so many different solutions that we talk about. So this is basically the MPN is our way of helping you guys with whatever your focus is, and sort of making you the best partners that you could be. We do this with loads of different ways, so we provide you lots of different resources to help you go to market, help you increase your business, and help you get the customers that you want. So some of those, for example, are software that helps you run your business, software that helps you develop the latest technology, enabling you to enabling you to take things to market and things like that. We create loads of different resources like marketing resources, go-to-market campaigns to help you. And we also provide loads of support to help you should any problems arise. So I'm just going to say, excuse me, I've got a bit of a sore throat today, so I might have a bit of a cough on occasion. So if I go silent, you'll know why. So when it comes to MPN, we've got 4 different levels of partners which we work with. So network members, we've got about 41% of our 52,000 partner database are network members. So it's a sort of basic level of relationship with Microsoft. It's free to join and essentially very easy. All you need to do is fill in your name and address and company details. You get access to some of the online marketing and training resources, and you can join the Microsoft community. So the next level is Microsoft Action Pack, which is a slightly more engaged level. This is our largest group of partners. We have approximately 49% of our partner base is an Action Pack subscriber, and it's a little bit. You've got to pay a little bit of money, £310 for a year of subscription, and with that, though, you get loads of different benefits, including the internal user rights, which I'll detail a little bit later on, some product support and advisory hours, in addition to the marketing and training support that we already give, and that community level. So I've got links to each of these things. I think someone's having some issues in the IM window. So, and the next level up is the Silver Cloud Competency. So cloud competencies are our way of partners showing sort of how specialized they are and their expertise in a specific area. As I mentioned before, Microsoft is such an enormous company. It's really great, a really great way of showing sort of where you excel. So we've got silver and gold, and obviously they're sort of slightly different in terms of what they require to get that. There's a slight difference in price. So typically silver is around £1,100, whereas gold is £2,800. Whereas, just to mention a little note at the side, is with our cloud competencies, which were new 2 years ago, Silver level is still currently free to attain for the first year, and gold is £2,400, so a little bit more affordable, and you get a lot more benefits, which I'll come on to later on. So let's go into a bit more detail about what is a competency. As I said, they're our way of sort of identifying your special sort of relevance and your special focus as a company, whether that is cloud, whether that is data platform, marketing, etc. We've got a different competency that could be relevant for you. So there's about 10% of our partner base, our partner ecosystem, that have a competency, but they make up approximately 70% of our revenue when it comes to partners. So a really great way of sort of really showing how specialized you are. They're the most engaged partners that are with Microsoft, and obviously sort of the most with the greatest expertise. So it's a really great way of building your business, growing your relationship, and hopefully growing your business as well. So part of those competencies, as I said, you get additional benefits and support, including internal user rights and like a higher level of the marketing resources and support that we offer. So as I said, we've got so many different competencies which can be relevant for different people. So I've put a little slide here which shows you all the different competencies that are currently available. We've sort of categorized them into 5-6 different segments. So depending on what your business focus is, they could be relevant for you. So I'm going to talk quickly about the cloud positioning. So as I mentioned before, those cloud competencies are a really sort of high focus for us as Microsoft, and we offer the silver level for free as an introduction and the gold level as a reduced price. So the difference is really there's such a huge momentum and market opportunity for these cloud products at the moment. As I'm sure you know, we're very focused on driving that project, and I think you can see by these stats here, we've kind of got a reason behind it. We've got so much prediction for growth in the future. There's an awful lot of potential. So in order to help you do that, we created 5 different cloud competencies. So they range from Office 365, small market cloud solutions, through to Azure, CRM and Enterprise Mobility Suite. So we've got a different one that's relevant for you. And these competencies are slightly different in respect to that not only do you have to do the typical pass exams and provide customer reference, you also have to show that you've got experience in selling those cloud solutions. So the reason why we chose to do that is because 84% of the partner base that we've spoken to, that we've done research with, want to have a partner who's selling cloud solutions that have a proven track record. So that's really the way of sort of showing that you can do that and really sort of gaining that trust in customers that might need it and hopefully help grow your business. So although it's slightly more difficult to achieve, we've added on a lot more unique resources for those cloud competencies, such as the unlimited cloud support, additional license, internal user right licenses, etc. So hopefully it should sort of outweigh the added effort of getting it. So we see there's 4 other core pillars of the benefits that you get as a competency holder: demand generation, internal user rights, technical services and support, and then training and enablement. So I'm going to talk about demand generation first. So some of the resources that we've created to help you guys take things to market and just help you sort of go to market with your business. We've got all these marketing resources. So UK Cloud Quick Links, which is a resource we've set up to help guide you through all of those cloud resources that we've got. And I think one thing that we're quite conscious of is we've got an awful lot of information on our portal, and it's quite challenging to find your way around it. So Cloud Quick Links is a really great way, if you're focused on cloud, of finding those different resources. The other one on this slide I wanted to pull out is the Ready to Go marketing. So this is a resource where we've created a whole series of in-the-box campaigns which you can download and localize as and when you want. And they range from everything to creating a pinpoint profile guidance to like Azure campaigns. So you've got customer facing ones, we've got specific market ones like education, etc. So there's a whole range of different things, so slide decks and videos and well, everything really. So it's definitely worth checking it out. I've got all the links on there, so it's worth sort of clicking through if you're interested in those resources. I mentioned just now Pinpoint. So one of the things that we're really focused on in the next year is making our Pinpoint more effective. Pinpoint's a tool which enables us to connect customers to partners. So we invest a lot of money into building this resource out. We spend quite a lot of money in SEO for this, and essentially it's a place where I think quite a lot of the places that quite a lot of the traffic that we get is through the Microsoft.com website. It's a place of when we're talking about a product, like how do you buy this, how do you deploy this in your organization, and this is where Pinpoint comes in. It matches customers and their needs to a partner in what they provide. So firstly, it's a fantastic resource. It should help you grow your business and amplify the leads you already have, and connect you to a community of other developers and partners that could help your business grow where you might have potential and not necessarily the resources. So the first thing I'd say to do is have a look at your Pinpoint profile, make sure it's up to date, make sure you're sort of really pushing out those relevant pieces of information, advertising and selling yourself in terms of all the different benefits and in terms of all the different activity that you can do and the ways that you can support a customer. Another thing that I wanted to pull out to you is Social on Demand. So we've got this amazing tool which we've created to help our partners with their social media. So it's again another free tool that you can log on to, fill in a short form, and we'll provide a whole bunch of social media content that should be sort of relevant just for your business. So basically you then just schedule it out and send it out through your own way. So it's almost like us doing your social media for you, but it looks like it's coming from you. So fantastic free resource that can be really beneficial to growing your business. And we've seen some really great responses to it in the past. I've got a couple of stats from partners who've used it recently, and sort of really great at building those different examples, and really great at sort of building your business when it comes to social, especially if you're slightly smaller and you don't have the resources yourselves. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is internal user rights. So internal user rights are, as I said, the software that we give you to help you run your business. We think it's a really valuable part of both competencies and the Action Pack membership. So not only do we provide you with resources to actually run your business, but they can also be used for internal deployment, testing, and developing new programs and things like that. So where we see is a huge focus for the future of partners is developing intellectual property. So this is a really fantastic resource that you can use to do that without actually spending any additional money. When it comes to partners, typically partners who do actually use their internal user rights sell 3 times larger deal size than partners who don't. And obviously it does actually reduce the cost of running your business because you don't have to pay for Office 365, for example. It's already part of your allocation. So if you don't already use it, I would highly recommend you do. We've got an internal user rights calculator which should help you identify what actually you've got and what you could be using. So I've put the link in here. You can see on the right hand side there's a screenshot of an example of a Maps partner, and so they currently have 5 Office 365 licenses that they're not using, and there's like if you look at the bottom, there's all the licenses. It sort of breaks it down, and they can click through, use them or deploy them, and see what they've already been using. So the next thing I wanted to bring up is our support options. So these are different ways in which we can help you, support you with your business, and in addition to that, help support your customers if they come into any problems. So we've got quite a lot of different resources, as I said. So the first point of call is a partner support community, which I think is a hugely underrated tool, in my opinion. Like our partners are so great, and they're really fantastic at helping each other. So there's lots of advice, and sometimes, more often than not, quite a lot of our support can be resolved. Quite a lot of the questions that we get could be resolved if partners just went and had a look on that support community page. In addition to that, the support community page, we've also will be trialing in the next couple of weeks an online support chat option. So if you visit that page, you might see in the next couple of weeks a window that pops up asking you if you've got a question. So the great thing about this is you don't have to call up, you don't need to be logged on. You can just have a look at it, see if they can answer your question really quickly, and hopefully it should save time. So this is being trialled in the UK only. So it's definitely worth testing out, and obviously please feel free to feedback to them if it's not exactly what you need, or if you feel like it could be edited or changed or improved in any way, because we're looking to make our support services much more effective, and this is one of the ways we're trialing to do that. Next thing is Regional Support Centre. So they RSC are again a fantastic resource. We've got a phone number which I'll show you in a second. So they're really great at just resolving problems really quickly. They typically have like a minus 2 minute wait time on the phone now. So we've had some feedback that in the past it wasn't great. So we're really working hard on improving that level of service and making sure our partners go away happy. Parts of your benefits as a competency partner, you get different advisory hours depending on your competency. So these are again really cool resources that you can use to help you get that level of support that you need. And then finally, Signature Cloud Support. As a cloud competency partner, you get dedicated cloud focus, which manages your issue from end to end. So really great for sort of customer issues and things like that, and another fantastic resource. So I've just included this slide more as a kind of way of working out what you get depending on who you are. So whether you're an Action Pack partner, whether you're a silver cloud competency holder, this will just help you understand what you qualify for and where you get the support from. And these are the different links that you can use to actually access all of those support levels that I just mentioned. And finally, the last page on our support slide. So I know there's a lot of information on all of these support slides, but just wanted to pull out, as I said, the RSC phone-based support phone number is 0344 800 6006. It's a really, really great resource, and definitely I would say, try and self-serve as best you can. If it's a simple question, you can probably find the answer on the support community, but if you really get stuck, that's the best place to go. And I think it's partner support is option 4, but they'll read through the different options for you when you call up. I'm just going to slip over the Signature Cloud Support, so I've mentioned it a bit in the interest of time. But the resources are there, and this slide's more for you to digest on your own. It's if you do qualify for Signature Cloud Support, we've got a how to access it guide for each of the different levels. If you need to. So finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about before we get on to the fun stuff is training and enablement. So we've got this really useful resource here, which I've pulled together, which has where to get your training for the different cloud competencies which we offer, and including that we've got all these different training and certification information. We've got our virtual academy here, our ebooks reference guide here. So this is another resource page which I thought was probably more beneficial just for me to communicate it out to you, because every single link in there is sort of a great way to navigate and find exactly what you need. So when it comes to training and development, one of our most useful tools is a partner university. So What that is like a hub on the MPN portal, which pulls in together all the different resources that we have to help get you skilled up and grow your business. So the first thing that I want to sort of pull out and highlight to you is learning paths. So basically, if you've got a goal, for example, getting a competency or being more trained up on a certain thing, you can set out a learning path for you or for your team where you just add on the different courses that you need, and it really helps you understand and sort of work out what you need to do to achieve that goal. So it's really useful, as you can see on the screenshot on the right hand side of the page. You can really break down of what exactly you need to do to achieve it. So there's a couple of other really cool things. So we've got so many different on-demand resources and workshops and classrooms and stuff that you can do, and you can all access them through this tool, which I've put the link on this so you can click through when you get it. And I know I've put a couple of the resources in here, so these are the different ways in which the core ways in which we communicate to our partners. So we've got the monthly partner newsletter, which goes out I think in the second week of every month. So that basically has like all of the top level information that we're talking about. We want you guys to know about. It goes to everybody. So hopefully it should be a really great resource for you to find out information from. We've got the UK Partner blog, which is a lot more sort of specific, and we can go into a bit more detail about something. If you find something interesting that's really relevant for you, you can read through in a lot more detail. In addition to that, we've got MS Partners UK on our Twitter feed. So again, it's a really great way of us sort of highlighting things, information, and another fantastic way of you engaging with us and talking to us via Twitter. And finally, the official Microsoft Partner Network UK LinkedIn group will send out sort of LinkedIn mail, as well as sort of opening up discussions on our feed. So please feel free to join all of those if you don't already, or if you don't receive the newsletter, make sure your email is associated with your MPN ID. I've got this slide in here for your active usage. This basically just helps sort of explain in a little bit more detail what I mean by those clouds, the cloud resources that I mentioned before, where you've got to sort of show that proven cloud, that proven track record. Sorry, I can't talk. So sort of just details a little bit more information, and has a couple of links in there to help show your way around it. And again, moving on from that, digital partner record is really where we actually identify your proven cloud track record. So the reasons why we sort of really show this as like a huge benefit for our partners is not only does it show us you're actively driving usage and utilization for your customers, but for you, it really helps you sort of understand the benefits for your partner, understand your partner more closely, and see more opportunities to hopefully cross-sell and upsell to them and optimize their business. And finally, it helps you in terms of getting those cloud competencies, which I mentioned before. And in addition to that, it also enables you to qualify for incentives that we run. So if you sell over a certain amount of say, for example, Azure, you might qualify for one of our internal incentives. So we do worldwide and local ones. So it's definitely those sort of three core reasons for actually using Digital Partner of Record program. If you want to find out more about that, I've got a link to the FAQ page at the bottom of the slide here. So again, definitely worth checking out if you want to sort of make the most of those incentives that I mentioned. The other thing that might help you is the partner summary report. So if you're logged on to the MPN, and you can do so by clicking on the little man in the top right hand corner, put your information in, then click through to the partner summary report. That will show you whether you're in progress towards a competency and what you need to do to get it. So I've included these two slides with some screenshots here. So it shows you your partner profile and your current membership level, and then there's the three coloured boxes. So if you click on one of the boxes, for example, if you click on the in progress box, it will show you any competencies that you have in progress. And then you can drill down and see whether, for example, if you've taken one exam but you need to take another to get that competency, it'll tell you which exam you need to take, and any performance requirements, etc., that you still need to do. So it's a really great tool, especially if you're working towards a competency. And finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about was Future Decoded. WPC. And Matt's going to kill me because Matt's managing WPC this year. So WPC is our Worldwide Partner Conference. This year it's in Toronto, Canada. So we're really excited about that. It looks like the most amazing and exciting place to be. A couple of things to note out. The price goes up incrementally the closer you get to the event, which is July the 10th to the 14th. I'm having a very, very good day with this slide. So the current price is $1,995 But as I said, the price goes up the closer you get to the event. So if you're interested in going, now is definitely the time to consider registering. So the other thing to bear in mind is that all the UK staff and UK attendees try and stay in the UK hotel. This year it's the Fairmont Royal York in down right in the centre of Toronto, so really, really close to both the convention centre and most of the ancillary events, so definitely worth checking that out. And then just to flag that at the moment there's only 41 rooms that haven't been booked out yet, so if you are interested in going, I would do so and register sooner rather than later to avoid disappointment. You can probably still access the hotel, but you won't get the special discounted rate that we've arranged for our partners. So, and I think from what I understand, the Fairmont's quite an expensive hotel, so it's definitely worth considering and booking your place sooner rather than later. And finally, on the WPC subject, there's also the the Partner of the Year awards. So these are awarded at WPC, but they're a year-round award, and they're a fantastic way of us celebrating the great work that our partners do. So firstly, we've got quite a few different categories which might be relevant if you think you've got a really great story that's sort of world-class. I would definitely recommend nominating yourself. So start thinking about what it could be, like which categories it would fall into. I've written a blog to help you guys position it. We've got a couple of agencies which help UK partners. It's a really fantastic resource, and as I said, really great for raising your profile, not only within Microsoft but in the whole industry. Fantastic, loads of different benefits. I don't know if you want to add any more in terms of what the benefits are, Matt.
Yeah, so it's benefits all year round, so it's not just those benefits at WPC. So if you are attending WPC as a winner, you'll get like some exclusive drinks receptions, dinners, things like that. But as well, you get recognition throughout the year, special programs, discounts, things like that. You're always kind of the first to hear about things. It's a really good program and great feedback from some of our winners last year.
Thanks, Matt. So in the top of this slide, there's a link through to the blog that I wrote about it, and hopefully, as I said, if you've got a story, it's also worth bearing in mind that you can nominate for more than one award to sort of hedge your bets and actually hopefully qualify for more. It's fantastic. We've had, as Matt said, some really great feedback from partners who've won in the past. And that brings us to time and the end of my slide deck. So I know I whizzed through all of those really fast, but does anybody have any questions for me? So as Matt says in the window, that we're going to be hosting a webinar to help you talk through your awards nominations if you are interested in it. So we've got the link there in case you're interested in joining that and finding out a bit more about the benefits of that. And also, please feel free to send some feedback in the feedback link. Always appreciate anything that you've got to share, any ways that we can improve these sorts of webinars. And as I said, I will be communicating out a follow-up email with the slide deck and the recording so that you can either re-watch it at your leisure, or have a look through and use the slides that I've got all of those different links and resources on for you. I think if no one else has any questions, I'm going to say thank you all for your time, and really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to come and listen to me chat for half an hour. And thanks very much. Bye, guys.